Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and in the last episode of our Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke, we were under attack by two forces. One being gravity, the other being this rebel right here. We left on a cliffhanger. What is his lead Pokemon going to be? No one knows what power might come from this first of two Pokeballs. It's going to be Eevee. Alright then. But, welcome back to our Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke, of course. We're here with episode 25, I think it is. We're just going to low-kick this Eevee, get it out of our way. And, okay, so, we're just going to completely miss. When was it? Was it Gen 2 they gave low-kick full accuracy? I appreciate that they made that change eventually. Wouldn't mind it right about now. But anyways, last episode we went through Celadon City, encountered the second Snorlax, so to speak. Turned out it was a Raticate. We made the capture, of course, added to the PC, and we started making our way down Cycling Road because we're heading towards Fuchsia City. Because as soon as we get to Fuchsia City, we can get the Surf HM, we can get the Surf Badge, or rather the Soul Badge. Arrgh! And we can start doing some more exploration of the area, which I'm looking forward to. And finally, go back and get the Cut HM. All sorts of cool stuff's going to open up as soon as that happens. Be ready to fight for your beliefs. So, first things first, of course, we'll start the team recap, even though you just saw a battle underway. Guar, our level 32 Primeape, is up first with a nice, powerful attack set of 84, low kick, which misses. Karate Chop, Rock Slide, and Leer for the moves. Next, we have Jiggles, our Wigglytuff at level 32, with Body Slam, Double Slap, Sing, and Defense Curl. Next is Buster the Haunter, 86 for the special stat, very nice, with Psychic, Confuse Ray, Hypnosis, and Thunder. Next is Blaze, our Viridian Forest Charizard, at level 32, with Ember, Scratch, Growl, and Leer. Gary the Gyarados at level 31 is next. I gotta put you to the front now, buddy. Attack is even higher than Guar at 92, with Tackle, Dragon Rage, Bite, and Blizzard. And last but not least, we have our Onyx Medusa, with the best defense on the team at 121, Dig, Rock Throw, Screech, and Bind. So, yes, Gary is in line for the next level up. So if you missed yesterday's episode, or not yesterday, but the previous episode, was it a couple days back, I think it was? We're at the bottom of Cycling Road. I can't stop cycling. I'm going back up. It's going to take a while, but I want to go back up and get all the other trainers on the way down on the other side. But yeah, the last episode we recorded, it was an explosive situation, to say the least. It was pretty nail-biting at some points. I wasn't really sure how things were going to play out, but as you can see from the layout, I guess spoilers for the last episode, but we are all still intact. It was scary for quite some time, though. But, what was I going to say? Oh, I also mentioned in the last episode that I was going to go watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, bear in mind, I haven't seen the first movie, so I kind of didn't know a lot about the characters, but I really enjoyed this movie. We're bikers, highway stars. What do you got? But yeah, so just it was like, you know, it's a lot of humor to it, a lot of action, of course. It's like a superhero movie, so can we really hurt you with gear? You're level 33. I want to play it safe. I'm going to go into our fire type, resisting that Petal Blizzard, of course. Or sorry, Petal Dance. Petal Blizzard doesn't exist yet. Of course, can't resist the Poison Powder, but we can just simply dodge it. But yep, there is a lot of good entertainment in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and I would assume the first movie as well, which I gotta go back and check. I gotta watch all the Marvel movies eventually, because they're so good, you know? I don't want to alienate anybody out there, but I would say, personally, I am more interested in the Marvel side than the DC side. I know there's always that argument back and forth, which is better. It's not better, it's just different, whatever your tastes are. For me, I find the Marvel characters tend to be more relatable. And it's kind of weird to say, talking about like characters that can shoot webs out of their hands and like, you know, a big armored suit that can just blast things down, a guy that turns into the great big giant green muscle monster, but they're more relatable in a way, you know? Defeated the biker. Smoked. Alright, next up, how many more trainers are left? Are you looking for adventure? Kind of. I don't think there's trainers down the middle road. I can sort of see as we come down here, though. I'll go back up and check to be sure, though. Alright, I need a little exercise. Let's do it. But yeah, like, I don't know. I look at Superman, for example. Like, he's the main Marvel. I just completely ruined something for someone out there. But he is the main DC superhero. But I don't know. I haven't really read a lot of Superman comics, I admit, so maybe I'm a little uninformed about this. But it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of as much interesting character there. Because I see Superman, I see him as the Boy Scout, you know, he's always doing the right thing, which I admire in a hero, of course. He is the good guy, you want to rely on him, but it doesn't lend itself to as many interesting situations where, like, For example, take a look at Spider-Man, his whole origin story. Spoilers if anyone hasn't seen this origin story yet. It's been told multiple times recently, but it starts off that he has the power to, like, stop criminals and save the day and stuff, but he initially is all for himself. You know, he wants to, like, well, in the Tobey Maguire movie, he uses these powers to just get what he wants. He wants to get, was it a car he wanted to get money for, and he fought Macho Man Randy Savage, rest in peace, and he basically was just doing that, and then when somebody stole the money that he was supposed to get, he let the guy get away. Turns out the man shot his uncle, and that's what's cost him his uncle in his life, so that led him to realizing with these powers, you know, great power comes great responsibility. So, that's really cool. But, like, I don't know, I'm just gonna replace Tackle with Leer, that way we can lower some defenses. I'm not even talking about what's happening on screen, but in a way, Superman just doesn't have as much... I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, one thing I will say, though, in Superman's defense, I sound like I'm talking a lot of bad about him, I do like the tried-and-true superheroes. There was it the video game Injustice? I never played it, but I saw a playthrough of it. One of my favorite moments of Superman to show just how good of a hero he is was the part where he's fighting against Yellow Lantern, as opposed to Green Lantern, and Sinestro as well. Phew, good workout. Thanks, Q-Ball. I'm sure I lost weight there. Maybe so. I mean, there's a chance that you had a good chance to lose some of that. I'm going to go down the center path just to see if we clear all the trainers. But there's a part where Superman shows up, and Yellow Lantern and Sinestro are kind of there, you know, able to, or ready to beat him up, or try to anyway. And Sinestro does this big, I think it was like a glowing mace ball. What does this say? It's a notice. Watch out for discarded items. Mashing the A button. Can we find anything? Nope. Trainer tips. All Pokemon are unique. Even Pokemon of the same type and level grow at different rates. And they're talking about IVs, I think. As early as this Generation 1 game, they're letting you know about different stats for Pokemon. Trainer tips. Press the A or B button to stay in place while on a slope. I just did that. That's very cool stuff. Wait, let's do it again. Alright, Route 17. Now, once we get down here to the bottom of Route 17, I think we're on Route 18, there's a new encounter waiting for us. Nice bike! How's it handle? Quite well, thank you. Once I use the B button for the brakes. But, back to Sinestro. He smashes Superman with his big glowing yellow something or other. I forgot I'm paralyzed. I should probably fix that up. Then this thing could just Thunder Wave me. Never mind, I'm just gonna Blizzard. What are you gonna do to me? Leer? Get out of here with your Leers. So, Sinestro's all like, haha, I did it, I beat Superman. Then, of course, Superman is like behind him, taps him on the shoulder. Sinestro turns around to do this big punch. Superman catches his hand, just kind of takes the ring off, and then he reverts back to like normal. So at this point, he then has the option. He could just simply destroy Yellow Lantern, I'm sure, because he's Superman, you know? But he looks at Yellow Lantern, you know, Hal Jordan, and says, you have a choice here to make the right decision. I suggest you take it. And at that point, Yellow Lantern backs down, willingly takes the ring off, and gives it to Superman. And I was like, that shows that he has the power to beat anyone that he wants if he really applies himself for certain, you know, tougher people. But he gives him the chance to do what's right. And I'm like, that really made me feel good about Superman as being a hero. Shoot! Okay then. The slope makes it hard to steer. Alright, so we're going to... Is everyone level 32 now? They are, so I'm just going to go ahead and cure the paralysis. We got 8 of these things. Gary is back. Guar, I see you're in the yellow HP. We'll heal you up once we get to Fuchsia City. It's not that much further, I do not think. And I believe we're all done with all the trainers here now. Whoops. Get lost, kid, I'm bushed. Well, if you're going downhill, why are you bushed? I could see if you were at the top of the hill saying that means you just came up. But maybe you're bushed because you're trying to bring a slowpoke up Cycling Road and you've only made it this far. That could be a thing. But yes, I would say Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, very enjoyable. Pretty, like, I guess, like, sometimes the Marvel movies are a little bit more serious. Like, if you look at Iron Man, it was a pretty serious movie. It had its, you know, humorous moments, of course, all Marvel movies do. But seeing that this thing could explode, I'm going to switch into Medusa. But yeah, it was like, I would say Iron Man is one of the more serious ones. I saw Ant-Man, and that was, like, now that I'm used to, like, the cinematic, like, Marvel Cinematic Universe, as it's called, I'm sort of adjusted to these movies being more serious than a comic book. But Ant-Man was basically as goofy as a comic book could ever be. There's just so much silliness going on in that, and I really liked that because it was a nice little change. I would say Guardians of the Galaxy is similar in that sense because there's a lot of silly stuff that a serious kind of a Marvel movie might not go for. But anyway, it is a very good movie, and I highly recommend checking it out. And even though I haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking the first one out too. Ooh, Oddish, that's scary-ish. Oddish, scary-ish. Get it? Let's go to Jiggles. We haven't used Jiggles in a little bit. We can body slam this thing. We can double slap this thing. You can acid me. I am not a fairy type just yet. Not super effective. Hardly effective whatsoever to begin with. Alright. Let's plant this Oddish with a powerful body slam. You got 2 Pokemon left, I believe, sir. You've got a Zapdos. Drill Peck and Thunder Shock, I think, is what you should have. There's the Drill Peck. Mediocre damage, I guess. Keep them coming, keep them coming. Just no critical hits, please. Can we paralyze you? Never mind. Okay, Jiggles took down a Zapdos, which is interesting, because what's with all of these? Alright, let's go into Medusa once again. Oh, but we're poisoned. I can cure the poison. What's this thing gonna do to me? But it's kind of funny. Back in the original Blue playthrough, and back in my first playthrough when I was first playing the games on Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, I did get Jiggles the Wigglytuff from my friend Evan to be able to go capture Zapdos. It's kind of cool that Jiggles is the one that takes it down here. Nice little throwback to stop growling my attack stat, please. I want to knock you out with a dig attack. Here's the question. What is your defense like? We're at -2 attack. I was thinking it might have still been a one-hit KO. Let's just throw a rock at you. Let's just not do that whatsoever. Let's completely miss that rock throw. But that one does connect. Not super effective. And you lived it. Interesting. I guess the growls do a lot more than I was expecting. And we miss another rock throw. Fortunately, as far as I know, Raichu only has Thunder Shock and Growl. Maybe Tail Whip? I don't know. But with a Stone Evolution Pokemon, they don't learn a lot of stuff. Alright, are you satisfied? Very much so, thank you. I need to catch a few Z's, like more Zapdoses, because you already have one of those. So I believe this is it. We are at the bottom. I gotta read what that sign says. I can't leave it unread. Cycling Road, slope ends here. Thanks for the update. And how's the team? Because there's 3 more trainers. I'm good for now. I'm gonna let the Pokemon that have good HP get this training underway, but there is a capture to be made. Excuse me, I had a bit of a hiccup going on there. Cycling Road is all uphill from here. So, as I said, this is kind of different. I usually go up this way, which is just so much slower. Look, we're so much further ahead in the game now thanks to that. Sweet. I'm looking for Pidgeotto. Want to trade one for my Geodude? Oh, if you had a Graveler, that would be a really good one, like a Golem. Oops, I don't... Yes, I can't do that. Oh well. Now, is this the telescopes I can see or Articuno? Locked in binoculars, Pallet Town is in the west. Because if it is supposed to be Articuno... No, there are people swimming. Where do we see Articuno? Are there telescopes on the other booth? Maybe. Because I want to see if we get to see something other than Articuno in the binoculars. Alright, this is a new route. Pretty sure. It's a new route. New encounter. What do we find here on Route 18? And I forgot to see which Pokemon I already have. Pretty sure I don't have a Machoke yet, though. As far as I can recall, I don't have one of these. Now, it can't evolve up, but it is still kind of powerful. Let's go for the Dragon Rage. Get a fixed 40 damage off when you see how much that does to you. Can't do another one of those. Well, we can easily go into Buster. This thing can't touch Buster, so we can just go for the Hypnosis. Actually, no, let's do the usual routine. Confuse Ray this thing, see if it hurts itself a little bit more, and then go for the Hypnosis. Come on, light tap on yourself, Machoke. You want to join this collection. We're doing so awesome. As I said, I think the last episode, we haven't lost a Pokemon in a long time. We came so close, though, in that last episode. I'm just going to try Hypnosis now. Okay, falls asleep. It's only in the yellow HP. I could try to tap it with, no, wait a minute. As long as this thing stays asleep, doesn't wake up, go for any, like, low kicks or something, I can bind it. Good, stays asleep. We're going to slowly whittle you down a bit more. Very slowly. And it wakes up. Alright. Let's go for another bind. Of course, we missed that. Karate Chop, I resist it. Critical hit, whatever. Squeeze you up. So once it goes to the red, I'm going to switch out. I don't want to risk the, well, I don't know. In the red, it might knock itself out in confusion, but I'm still going back into Buster. Go for the Hypnosis. Put this thing back to sleep and go for the catch. Okay, here we go. I knew that was going to happen. I didn't know, but I suspected it could have happened. Alright, before we fight these trainers... Oh, you know what? I think we're good. We can take them on right now. Let's lead Buster. Full HP. Alright. Trainers, 3 to go. This is my turf. Get out of here. And I think normally these are all bird trainers, or bird... What do you call them? Bird keepers. That's it. I was thinking, is it masters? Hello, Dragonair. I'm not too worried about you, though. In fact, we've been fighting a bunch of Dragonite through the playthrough, especially wild ones in Lavender Town. I'm not too scared about those either. Now, there's something else I was thinking that's kind of cool about what's coming up here. The Safari Zone. Now, some people... Do you have Earthquake? Don't have Earthquake. In fact, just don't survive the Psychic. You got Rock Throw, and it misses. Excellent. Anyways, so I think some people tend to say like each area of the Safari Zone is its own encounter, so you can get 4 in there. Me, I just like the idea of just 1 encounter, because everything's randomized, right? So, technically, you know, you could say, oh, but, for example, Scyther only appears naturally in 1 section of the Safari Zone, so if you want to have a chance to catch a Scyther, each section should be its own encounter. For me, I'm like, no, because everything's random. Like, every Scyther in each area is replaced by something different, so there's no consistent swapping. Oh, my Psychic's disabled? Come on, man. Oh, that's super effective, but my special stat is through the roof. Can't do anything to me. You can confuse me. We're switching. Let's go into Gary. Go for some nice bite attacks. Dragon Rage, perhaps. But, yeah, I'm just going to go for 1 encounter in the Safari Zone. First encounter. Although I just realized... This is the one, or this is the kind of thing where they can run away from you. So we might lose this encounter also. And where do we get the Super Rod? Super Rod is on the way up from Fuchsia City. I keep forgetting the name of this town we're going to. But it's on the other way up. I can get the Super Rod there. Then we can start doing some more encounters like in Viridian City. Cerulean City we haven't got an encounter in just yet. Level 33 for our Gyarados. Nice stuff. Darn! Indeed. This is my fave Pokemon hunting area, because normally there's a bunch of birds in here. In fact, I wonder what else there would have been in the encounters. Let me finish these trainers first. I'll do a couple more random encounters just to see what we find. I always check every grassy area for new Pokemon. Same with me. Are you doing a randomizer as well? Possibly. But I did mention, I think the last episode, maybe the episode before, our regular viewer Robert pointed out that we're looking at level 46, 48, and 50, I believe, for the gym leader of Fuchsia City. My team is nowhere near level 40 just yet, so I might... I don't know. I'm trying to think. I might go ahead and do the routes leading back towards Lavender Town before taking on the gym, just for the added training. Why do you keep missing? Alright, Buster is asleep. We're going into Blaze. Super effective. Oh, wait. Do you have any... No, you didn't use any ice attacks. What have you been using? I gotta pay more attention to the fight. Lick. I don't want to get licked by a Jinx. That's kind of icky. I mean, I guess getting licked by anything is kind of icky. Especially if it paralyzes me. And double slap. Alright, hit me twice. End it there. Hit me thrice. End it there. Thank you. And fully paralyzed. Stop licking my Charizard. It's not a Tootsie Pop. There we go. Alright, burning the Jinx away. And what else? They had one more Pokemon? Maybe. Again, I wasn't paying attention. Yes, they do. Wow! Birdkeeper has a Doduo. How crazy. Okay, this is actually going to hurt. But it's not going to knock me out. Another 3 hit. You can end it right there. Thank you. Fully paralyzed. It could have Peck, so therefore I don't really want to go into Buster. Let's go into... What am I thinking? I got a Rock type right in the team. Medusa. It's going to reduce you to rubble. I was going to kind of second guess that because that sounds like Medusa being reduced. But anyways, what's that Fury attack doing? 2 damage? That was a critical hit. Another 3-hit. Rock Throw. You're not living that one. You might, actually. Our attack set is not crazy. But it's a critical hit. You're not taking that one. So the team is kind of weak. But I want to play a little bit risky. I'm going to take on this last trainer. Because we're hitting level up. So, I mean, that's good stuff. Trying to learn Slam. Not fully accurate. It's got some neat power to it. I guess we're not really using Screech. But no, Screech could be useful. I'm not going to learn Slam. We're going to abandon Slam. Could you imagine being slammed by an Onyx's tail, though? Oh, do you think Kukui does that? Because he learns all about... He takes hits to learn about them? Says the bird keeper. I wish I had a bike. You could go up and get a... What did I even catch on this route? Or the other route? I lost it. Alright, Buster is asleep. I'm an idiot. I have the Poke Flute. How do you like my bird call? I could give a good critique on that if I knew what bird it was supposed to be representing. Actually, in Gen 1, it could be any bird Pokemon, because they all sound nothing like their names. Level 34. But you're a stone evolution. What would you have? Okay, we're gonna wake up, of course, Poke Flute. It'd be cool if they had something in Pokemon Go, where if you encounter a wild Snorlax, you need to use something like a flute or something to make it catchable. I was talking to a friend of mine who was coming through, like passing through the province on her way down to Halifax in Nova Scotia, or at least in the area. But anyways, we were saying how she was asking about evolutions for Leafeon and Glaceon and how they evolve in video games. And of course, you evolve them by leveling up in an area with a certain kind of a stone. How did I not knock you out? Whatever. Anyway, I said it'd be kind of cool if they started incorporating more evolution abilities or evolution methods in Pokemon Go. As we defeat the Bird Keeper, I had to bug you. Bug, bird, get it? Makes no sense. That's not funny. I also collect sea Pokemon on weekends. So I'm going to go for just a few random encounters, see what we get here. If I had caught that, I could have traded for a Geodude. There's actual birds on this route. How crazy. We're just going to walk away. But it'd be neat if Pokemon Go eventually, like, you know, so in Gen 2 they incorporated evolution items like the Sunstone, the upgrade, things like that. And, hi Arbok! I don't think I've caught an Ekans yet. Can't catch this, of course, anyway, I'm trying to think. Again, as soon as I'm done recording this, I gotta go check the PC and mark down exactly what Pokemon I have. But what if things like Glaceon and Leafeon that evolve in certain areas, they almost incorporate that in a way in, Pokemon Go. So, like, what if Go could eventually have its own weather app, like a sub-app or something like that, or at least something that can detect the weather from a weather app, and if it's a very cold day, you might be able to evolve into Glaceon. Or if it's, maybe if you're walking through, like sometimes in Pokemon Go, you'll find part of the map shows like a dark green area, which is meant to represent a parkland. What if you can only evolve into Leafeon if you're walking in there as you power it up or something, or hit the evolve button? That would be kind of interesting if they incorporate stuff like that. Because, well, they might not, of course, because we've had trade evolutions already like Golem and Gengar that you just simply hit the evolve button on and they evolve in your game, so they don't need trading. But I guess because they didn't have trading incorporated before the game came out, they had to have them evolve somehow. It would have been annoying if they had done a thing where you could only trade a Graveler to evolve to Golem in Go, but they didn't give us the trade aspect yet. I can see how that could have been frustrating, so maybe they just threw in the trade evolutions as a natural evolution to appease any problems there. You can't win with just one strong Pokemon. It's tough, but you have to raise them evenly. And that's what I love to do, get everyone their fair chance to shine. If you're studying Pokemon, visit the Safari Zone. It has all sorts of rare Pokemon. And I'm really eager to check that out. We're not going to do it in this episode, because I want to go through the entire thing and get the HMs that I need. There's a narrow trail west of Viridian City. It goes to Pokemon League HQ. The HQ governs all trainers. Of course. And we're going to get there eventually once we get all the badges. The question is, will all of our Pokemon make it? And I'm hoping not to jinx anything, but you never know what happens in a Nuzlocke. Safari Zone's warden is old, but still active. All of his teeth are false, though. They're nice and golden. Bill files his own Pokemon data on his PC. Did he show you? Yes, and it was just the Eevees, wasn't it? The Evolutions? You've met Bill. He's my grandson. He always liked collecting things, even as a child. I like collecting things, too. Don't know if I've ever mentioned it in a video or not, but I have a whole collection of silver coins that I've been collecting over the years. Very cool stuff. They're from way back as like 1950-something, so They're like half a decade old or more, some of these things. They're pretty cool. They make a different sound when they land on the table, too. Like more higher pitched, like ting, as opposed to the regular coin sound. I'm just rambling. Safari Zone, Warden's home. Alright, Warden. What's going on, buddy? Tell me all about your life story. What's up? So that's all he's going to say is, yes, I'm going to find your teeth for you. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to you twice. I mean, we're not really accomplishing anything here. Let's check out what you got on display, though. Pokemon photos and fossils. Old Pokemon merchandise. It's kind of cool they have two different text things there. Not that they really apply. But I can't get that rare candy, or whatever it might happen to be. What if that's a Master Ball hidden back there? Because I already know I still have a Master Ball waiting to be used. And we're going to get a good rod. I'm the fishing guru's older brother. I simply love fishing. Do you like to fish? Yeah, alright. Grand, I like your style. Take this and fish, young one. Just to end this episode off, let's go ahead and get an encounter in this city, using just the good rod. Hello there, Chaz. How are the fish biting? I don't know yet. I haven't tried. But I believe in this patch of water, in Pokemon Yellow, this is where you can get a level 15 Gyarados, which, what was it, in either the Little Cup or the Petite Cup in Pokemon Stadium. You had the option of getting a Gyarados and a Dragonair in those challenges, because normally you can only use Pokemon of like level 15 to 20, but there was a way you could get level 15 Dragonair, and I think that's only in the Safari Zone, but here is a rare encounter if you're lucky. I think you need maybe the Super Rod for it. But my encounter for Fuchsia City is going to be... I've already caught you. I've got Ginsu, that's right. So, we get to reshuffle this encounter. Will we find anything else in this water, though, is the question. I'll try twice more. If I find 2 more Scyther, I'll wait and do the encounter in the next episode. But we might find something other than Scyther, or we could find nothing at all. We're almost out of time. I'm going to try this last time. By last time, I mean last encounter, because I want to see what we get. Now watch the actual capture take forever, though. You've got one last chance until we're out of time. There we go. Something other than Scyther, perhaps? The encounter waits for the next episode. Not that Scyther's not cool, but of course we have already captured one. If this was Gen 2, and I had trade options available, I could wait in, or get 2 of these, and then evolve one into Scizor. Because of course, the dupes and species claws are optional. You get to choose at the time of seeing a duplicate if you want to get it or not. But, with that, we are now done for Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke for the day. Thanks for checking out today's video, folks. If you enjoyed it, of course, feel free to drop a like down below, and leave any comments you want to put on the series for what you've enjoyed thus far along the way, or what you're looking forward to in the future of our Yellow adventures. What would you like to see me get in the Safari Zone? In fact, what would you like to see even, in the Safari Zone? Because we're going to see a lot of encounters on our way through to get the items, but I wonder what we're going to make as our first capture, or if we're going to make the capture, because as I said, they can run away in there, which is going to be annoying if we find a pretty special Pokemon. But with all that, if you want to see some more Pokemon Yellow Randomized Nuzlocke, there's a link in the description to the full playlist, and during the outro, there'll be some links to some other videos that I've done on the channel for Pokemon content, such as Pokemon TCG Online, we've got Pokemon News Update video thingies, Pokemon Go, as I just put up yesterday in the Pokemon Go adventure where I evolved a bunch of Pokemon. I've got Kabutops, I've got Meganium. So many cool new evolutions happened in that episode, and I'm really excited for them. But we are now done, as I said. Professor Chaz is now signing off. Thanks once again for watching, and I will catch you next time.